Hey, my friend, what's good? Welcome to 2019. Here's the first of a series that I'm going to call Walking Bass Wednesdays, and you're going to help me stay accountable. If you get a video on a Wednesday and it ain't a walking bass video, you need to check me out in the comments. You need to be like, bruh, you ain't on your game. So, anyway, if you like these kind of lessons, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. Hit that bell notification. Anyway, I'm going to show you a 2-measure walking pattern, and then we're going to apply this to take the A train. All right, this is where we're going to start. And what I'm going to do is break this up bit by bit. I'm going to give you pieces of this on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. And then I'm going to encourage you to go over to tedtalksbass.com and sign up to that site. It is free. There's no monthly subscription, at least at this point. So it is, all I need is your email address, okay? So anyway, check this out. This is going to be the first 2-measure walking pattern, and we're going to apply it to both chords in the first 4 measures. So the first 2 measures is going to be a C major 7. The next 2 measures is going to be a D7. So let's talk about that for just a second. D7 does not exist in the key of C, but it is what we call a secondary dominant. It's the 5 of the 5. So in the key of C, G is the 5th. Now, it is the 5th scale degree. D7, that F sharp, see, that F sharp doesn't exist in C major. But if we think about D7 being the 5 of G, that's what that is. It's a secondary dominant. Now, that was a very, very fast explanation of what that D7 was. If that confused you, we'll talk about the theory another time. I don't want to really use that for this video. I want to give you some patterns that you can put under your fingers. So, if you think about C major 7, okay, C, E, G, B. Okay, now I'm already assuming that you know this a little bit. So anyway, talking too much on that. Let's press on. We're going to use the same concept, the same walking pattern on D7 too. So what we have is a 1, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, and then we're going to walk down the scale. Now check this out. We're gonna plug in some different approach notes to get to that next chord. So here's 1, 2, and the next chord in the next 2 measures is going to be D7. Okay, but in between that, to get to that D7, I'm going to use a chromatic approach from below that note. Below that D? So a chromatic approach below that D is going to be what note? It's going to be C sharp. So the line is going to sound like this. Okay, and I left the 4th beat out on that because we're going to do something different. We're going to add another approach back to that D. So I'm going to take this iReal Pro, play along, and show you what that first 4 measures is going to sound like. Okay, so I'm just going back and forth. Now the first time, one of those times I actually did an approach back from C, which is fine too. definitely do that. It's just that this gives a little bit more tension going into that note, and you feel the resolution a little bit more when you hit the D. Okay, so for right now, I'm going to play that again, but for right now, I'm just going to go 1. Okay, I'm not going to worry about chromatic approaches or anything like that. Let me just change that up. So you can have that. This is a 2-measure walking pattern that you can plug in every time you see a chord type that has a major third. All right, so C major 7 has a major third, D7 has a major third. From C to E is a major third, from D to F sharp is a major third, so that pattern is going to work. Okay, now that's where I'm going to stop because this video is now 6 minutes long. I'm going to use the next few lessons on these walking patterns. My goal is to try to get us with a standard a month that we look at and start applying different patterns. And it's a little bit self-centered for me as well, because it also keeps me working on my own walking bass lines and things like that. So yeah, Walking Bass Wednesdays,